Live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How are you doing today? Today is Tuesday, November 21st. Where is November going? It's time for our Technique Club class. This is a collaboration class between myself and, hi, Mary, let the fun begin. Yes. This is a collaboration between my friend and I, Christine Bertram from the US, and I am in Canada. So we are covering all of North America here, right? By doing the Technique Club. So Christine and I, if you are in the US, you can get these club kits from Christine every month. And if you are in Canada, you can reach out to myself, Rose Coleman, and I can provide that. It is a Stampin' Up! Rule that we can only do business in our own country, right? So this is how we collaborate to try and cover all the bases and to bring the best content to all of our viewers. Hello from Missouri. And let me see, I can't, the print on my screen is like so small, you guys. Thank you for commenting. Please continue to comment. And if you could like and share this video, that would help Christine and I so much. We appreciate you so much. This month, we are playing with the Berry Christmas bundle. And this morning, I did a live video featuring all the things that are leaving for the last chance list. It's sad to say goodbye to some favorites, and this one is definitely on my list of favorites from the mini catalog, you guys. Love, love, love the Berry Christmas. It's a stamp set and a punch, and I forgot to get my punch off the wall. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab that. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's a punch and a stamp set bundle, and I absolutely love punches. When Stampin' Up! Comes out with a bundle with a punch, I am all over it. I just love it. Punches make your life so easy. They're portable. You can just pop the paper in there and punch it out. And the paper, the designer series paper that goes with this bundle, everything about this bundle, this suite, is amazing. The paper, the ribbon, the embellishments, all of it are just fantastic, right? So this is what we're featuring this month for the month of November. We try to feature a bundle or a suite so that you can grab these and then you can have a very successful experience at home, right? You don't need to have 50 million stamp sets or like 2 stamp or 3, 4, 5 stamp sets, just one bundle. I designed these projects so that you can grab the bundle of choice. And if you don't have this bundle, you can use whatever you have at home with the pieces that Christina and I have sent to you. And I really think you're going to like this technique. The technique we're going to do today is called Northern Lights, and it's a fun one. So if you have any background stamps like a mountain scene or some trees, this one gives a great perspective if you can stamp with those landscape stamps and have the sky in the background, because it's definitely a sky technique we're going to play with today called the Northern Lights technique. I see some people popping on. Thank you all. I see some likes and some shares. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Angelique. Hi, France. Hi, Mary. Okay, so we are going to get started here. First things first, we're going to do roll call. Now, I didn't get an updated list from Christine, but I do have her list that she sent me in October. So I think most people, hi, Gail. Good morning to you. I know it's still morning in BC. I have a list here from Christine from October, and I think when you join the club, you stay consecutive for 10 months, and then you get a hostess credit. It is such a great perk, you guys, that shopping spree that you get when you stay in the club. Every month we send 3 projects. We also send the technique sheet insert so that you can keep a binder of all of your techniques so that you can refer back to them and keep making these cards, keep making these techniques with different products, right? Because Stampin' Techniques, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of techniques on the internet. And I have been a demonstrator for 21 years and I'm still learning new techniques today, right? So I love techniques. So it's nice to have a binder. It's nice to have all of that in one spot, right? Where you can just go refer to it and revisit these techniques as often as you want. Okay, so I have on my computer screen here the list of Christine's ladies who are a part of the roll call. I'm going to just say a shout out to everyone. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see. Oh, there we go. All right, so here we go. Thank you all for being here. I hope I say your name right. If I don't pronounce it right, I apologize. We have Mary Lemke, Nicole Herrick, Angelique McClendon, Jenna Helms, Francis Rodriguez. Thank you, Faylene. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Yay for vacation. Yes, yes. Oh, I hope you're vacationing somewhere nice, and I hope you have a great time. So back to my list. We have Francis Rodriguez, Vicky Rodriguez, Shirley Malarkey, Pat Fleming, Angela Knudsen, Becky Rower, Karen Woods, Ellen Brover, Faylene Mays, Rosa Olvera, Melanie Howe, Lynn Beasley. Hi, Linda from Manitoba. Good morning or good afternoon to you. Lynn Beasley, Barbara Rudolph, Debbie Gast, Carla Lake, Randy Thompson, Linda Hunt, Stacy Warner, Becky Gandolfo. And I do believe Christine will have some kits left. She didn't give me an update on how many, but reach out to Christine Bertram. You can find her over at Christine, Cards by Christine. That is her website. There's all of her contact information is there. So if you want to join this club, you like what you see today, and you want to get these kits in the mail so you can come back to this YouTube live replay, and then you can watch, pause, fast forward, rewind, and do these cards at your own pace, right? So that is why we do the YouTube live video. Okay, so my ladies here in Canada, I'm going to just grab my book and we're going to do a shout out to all of the lovely ladies that have joined my 10-month technique club here in Canada. We have Paula Anderson, Kathy Clark. I think Kathy is here with us. Hi, Kathy. We have Jen. We have Alexina Walsh, Janice Bowie, France Plomadon. Hello, France. I think you're here with us. Barb Cowell, Gail Stefan. Gail is here. Hello, Gail. Janet Cartwright, Diane Gosselin, Cheryl McMillan, Joy Gaudette, Mimi Kung, Dawn McMillan, Penny Lane, Amanda Woods, Candace Oliver, Kim Barraclough, Debbie Smith, Annie Simon, Bernice Panchishin, I think I said that right, Bernice, Kim Campbell, Colleen Winter, and Patricia Benento. Thank you all for being a part of this club. We appreciate you all so much. Whether you're from Canada or the US, we just really, this helps Christina and I so much. This is both of our full-time business, and this is amazing to have you with us. All right, with that, I'm going to flip the camera, and we're going to get started on this month's November 2023 Technique Club. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We're going to flip, and yep, there we go. That's my window. I had to close my blinds because it is getting super bright. When the sun changes direction here in my room, it is, yeah, it's really bright. Okay, so let's straighten up here. I've got a bunch of stuff on my desk. Oh my goodness. Let's get this straightened out here. Okay, so we're playing with Very Cute is our feature bundle of the month. Love it. And you can get yours from the website. Get it before it's gone. They did announce it is on the last chance list, guys. So you know what? I'm sad. I'm sad this one's not continuing, right? It's such a great bundle. So if you're wondering what is leaving, what is staying, the mini catalog here is what I'm talking about. The Very Cute is on page 23 of the catalog. I did a live this morning and I went through page per page with my red pen and featured what is leaving, what is staying. And here on page 23, the entire suite is leaving, of course, right? Because there's so many things that are leaving. There's one thing in the suite that's staying, and that is the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. So if you love that, we're going to see it again in the next catalog, the next September to December 2024 catalog. That will be back, okay? So the rest of the things are only available while supplies last, including the Very Cute bundle. Here we go. Let's turn the page here. Let's see. Yes, the Very Cute bundle. Oh boy. Okay, enough about that. I'm sure you guys all have it, right? Because you're part of the club and you wanted it, and you've probably been enjoying making a whole bunch of stuff with this. We're going to pull in another product that I featured as well. there is a new addition to the online store that started on November 7th, and it is Garden Meadow. Now, we're only going to use one part of this that I wanted to show you before I pull the card out. This archway, this die here that goes with Garden Meadow, it's called, of course, Garden Meadow dies. I used this one on one of the cards. So all of your pieces will receive this one cut out. So I just wanted to take a second to show you where that's from, so that when you fall in love with it, you'll know what to get, right? Okay, so the cards we're going to do today, we're going to start with our technique card. So I'm going to bring in the card and show you, and then we're going to go step by step, and I'll show you how to create this. So here is my technique card that I designed using Very Cute with to do the Northern Lights in the background. So I'll show you how I did that. Super fun. You can use any color you want. You can use sponges, you can use sponge daubers, any kind of application of color here. We're going to use regular ink pads here in the background to create this Northern Lights effect. I'm also going to show you a masking technique here. Oh, and my little rhinestone or my little sequence jumped. That one was not there. I think it was right here. We'll just move that. Okay, so you've got a basic black cardstock base, and there's the inside. So you're going to want to grab your kit with the basic black card base. And this technique is beautiful on any kind of base color. You can choose any bright color as your base, and then you're not building so much color. You could start this technique on a piece of basic white, but then you're going to be adding a lot of background color. So you can see I'm using Parakeet Party here, and you can see how like the trees, it already gives it that nice bright color. You could use any of the other light greens if you want to. You could use balmy blue and then just add more green to your trees. But basically, you're already setting up your Northern Lights with a beautiful light color. Any color goes with Northern Lights. So start with a light color and then build your color on top. So we've got our Parakeet Party here. We've got a punch out of the bear. We've given you that, and just in case you don't have a bear punch yet. And we've given you a banner. There's a little bit of that Night of Navy with gold sequence, gold glitter ribbon. This is staying, you guys. Good news, right? This is not retiring, so we can continue to enjoy that. You've got some sequence here, and you've got a full piece or quarter sheet of white cardstock for the inside of your card for doing our stamping and our writing of our greeting. Okay, so that's what you should have in your kit. So we're going to grab this piece here. This is where we're going to do our technique. So what we want to do is pull in a whole bunch of ink first. So we're going to bring in, I'll start with Highland Heather. We're going to grab some Highland Heather, and we're going to basically build the Northern Lights in the sky. So choose where your sky is going to be. Actually, I need to back it up for a second. First thing we want to do, that's okay, we can do the sky first. Let's do the Northern Lights. They're going to be up here on this part of your cardstock. I'm going to start with Highland Heather. I'm going to grab my little finger sponge dauber, and we're going to pretend like we're just making those lights in the sky. So I'm going to start here and just add a little bit of that Highland Heather. You don't need to go the whole direction, the whole length of the cardstock, just a little bit of a little, what am I trying to say? A sprig. A sprig, that's a word, right? We're just doing a little line of color. It's a little soft line. And then we're going to bring in Poppy Parade because, you know, the Northern Lights have lots and lots of different shades of color, and they're dancing. So you want to definitely, you know, you can change up your angle if you want to, because the Northern Lights, they dance, right? Have you ever seen the Northern Lights? Have you been lucky enough? I have never seen them. And I hear that just this past month we could see them here in Calgary, and I must have missed it. I must have been sleeping. I missed it that night. So I'm very sad that I missed it. Okay, so we did Poppy Parade. Now I'm gonna bring in Old Olive with my little sponge dauber here. You could use sponges too if you have sponges, the old-fashioned, not old-fashioned, but you know, the old sponges that we used to have. You could use those and just use a little wedge of sponge to add your color. So there we have our Old Olive. Then we're going to grab Pumpkin Pie, and same thing, grab a little dauber and add a little pumpkin pie to the sky. And then we're going to add Daffodil Delight. Let's grab my Daffodil Delight here. Let's see. I don't think that's the dauber that I need. I'm going to use my sponge instead because I don't want to use a different color. We're going to grab Daffodil Delight, and this one I'm going to show you what it looks like with a sponge. If you're using a sponge, just squish it to make it like a nice small tip. So I'm just going to squish that in my fingers like that, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of Daffodil Delight, a nice light color to the Northern Lights. All right, so now what else are we going to do? Then you can start to repeat your colors as well. You can add, I'm going to add one more color here. I'm going to add some balmy blue, and then if you want, if you have a large, like if you're doing this on a scrapbook page and you want to go across the whole 12 by 12, you can just repeat your colors. It's anything goes. That's what I really, really love about this technique, is that there's no right or wrong way to do it. You can add, you know, as much color as you want. I'm just looking for my daffodil or my balmy blue finger dauber. All right, here we go. I'm gonna grab that one. And then we're gonna add a little bit of color right here. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, so that's a nice balance of color. They're not perfect in any way. They're just kind of dancing there in the sky. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in from the stamp set this tree right here. I'm gonna stamp that on a Post-it note. And am I done with these? Yes. We're just gonna go ahead and close up these ink pads just so I can get a little more room on my work surface here. And I'll move my daubers off to the side, just so you can continue to see what I'm doing. All right, so we'll need Old Olive in a second. Don't need pumpkin pie. And we'll need balmy blue. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do now is grab my Memento ink pad and a Post-it note. So grab a Post-it note. You can stamp right onto the stack. We're going to make a little mask here. So we're going to stamp our tree outline with Memento. I'm going to stamp it up towards the sticky part of the Post-it note. And then what I'm going to do is fussy cut that out with scissors. And I have one here that I did earlier. So you just want to take your scissors and fussy cut out the tree. So what we're going to do is stamp down here at the bottom, and I'm going to stamp off the edge just to give a nice continuous look here. So we've got our Memento, and I'm going to stamp one tree down here in the corner, and I'm deliberately going off the edge of the cardstock, and then I'll do that again on the other side, like so. And then I'm going to take that Post-it note and put it over my image, like so. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp again, and I'm going to stamp it right on top of the Post-it note, but off to the side a little bit, and maybe a little bit up, a little bit higher, like that. And then that gives the look of a nice, you're building a forest, right? So you've got our trees in the foreground, and it just gives more depth to your image. So let's go ahead and stamp another one over here. And I forgot to do the inside, but we'll come back and do that. All right, so I'm stamping that one right there. And then I have on my block here the inside. It's a two-step stamp. So we did the outline in Memento, and now we're going to do the inside in Old Olive. So let's grab my Old Olive, and we're going to just stamp right over top like so. And we're going to add that nice Old Olive green color to the tree. And then let's come in here and do the one in front. And then over here, we're going to do the one in front. And then we'll put our Post-it note back on, and we'll do the one in the background. All right. This is a technique in itself. Masking is one of my favorite, all-time favorite techniques. You can do so many illusions, you guys. You can have creatures, and when you mask them, you can have them all over your page. You just keep on going with your Post-it notes. Like I could just keep on going. I could put my Post-it note here. I could add another tree up here, or one over here. You could have multiple Post-it notes, and every time you put a Post-it note, you are making a mask, and you are able to keep on going. And this one here, I missed out on the bottom of that tree, but I'm not going to touch it. I could probably try and hover over it with the photopolymer, but I think I'm going to leave it. Okay, so we've made some northern lights. But you know what? Sky is not bright green all around, right? So we need to add our color to the edges. So now I'm going to bring in Night of Navy. And for this, I have both a sponge and I have a sponge dauber. So it's really up to you what you want to use first. I'm going to start with my dauber and I'm going to grab my Night of Navy ink and we're going to add some shading around the tree first. So let's close up my old olive and balmy blue will lay across there, lay it off to the side. So I'm going to use my finger dauber and I'm coming in here. I'm just going to come above the treetops and I'm going to add some shading up here. Just dark, you know, it is nighttime. You can see the northern lights in the nighttime. So we got to create a nighttime scene here. So let's come in and add our shading around the trees first. I like using sponge daubers because you can really maneuver and use like the edge of the dauber, the center part for a softer look, and you can really get good effects with these daubers. One of my favorite tools in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. Okay, so I've got those trees over there highlighted. Now I'm going to come over on this side and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just kind of going above the treetops here and adding that nice Night of Navy color. I'm deliberately leaving the trees to, with that light parakeet party look, just to give it nice brightness. And then we're going to add our Night of Navy. Okay, so we're just going to keep on going here, and you can go around in a circular motion with your dauber and just add some nice bright Night of Navy color to create that night sky. And then just keep on going. This is really a fun technique. You can add as much color as you want. You know sometimes how nighttime is darker. Some nights are darker than others. So there's really no two cards are going to be alike with this one, but you also can't mess it up, right? Because it's so creative. You can just add color until you're happy. I'm kind of dancing around these northern lights with my finger dauber. I'm not going to go over the colors too much. I do want to keep them bright, but I'm just going to add the color to the outside of the northern lights first. And I'm using a circular motion with my dauber. You can do straight motions if you want to, like this. And then I'm just going to keep on adding a little bit more to the edge to add some depth to this. And just keep on going here. Then when you get enough on the edges, you can take your dauber and just kind of lightly go over the lights a little bit, just to kind of soften it up a bit, just like that. But you can still see those lights shining through the sky. All right, I'm going to add a little more Night of Navy over here. And you can turn your cardstock as you go, if you find that easier. I'm just going to come around and soften it up. Add a little bit more at the bottom. And if you've ever seen the Northern Lights and you've taken pictures of them, perhaps you're a scrapbooker and you want to, create a page. Oh my goodness, this would be the perfect addition to your page, right? You could do a nice background scenery. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of navy on there. You can add more depending on how dark you want your sky. But then to finish this off, you want to bring in Memento. It is dark. It is nighttime. So we're going to bring in Memento. And we're going to bring in a black sponge. Yes, I have a black sponge. Or you can have a designated sponge dauber. I don't have one. I have them ordered. I need to get more sponges, more sponge daubers. But I just have a sponge right now. And you can use any sponge. You can get them from your grocery store, your hardware store, any kind of a sponge. You're just dipping it in your ink pad and you're swirling it around. So it doesn't have to be a current one that's like Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry these sponges anymore, but they do carry the finger daubers, the sponge daubers. I call them finger daubers because they go on your finger, but the technical term is sponge dauber. So I'm taking my black Memento and I'm going to go all the way around just the edge of this card, just to make it, I don't know, it gives it a nice border, a nice nighttime border. And it really, I find adding the black to the edges just brightens up the sky even more. So we've got real black Memento on the edges, and then we've got some navy happening a little bit further in. And then you get that beautiful Northern Lights here in the center. And then I'm just going to come in here and add a little bit more of the Memento black down here at the bottom, and can blend it all in. I'm loving it so far. What do you guys think? Now, you could add some stars to the sky. You can use a little bit of Wink of Stella and add some sparkle to your sky. It's totally up to you. Or you can just leave it like this. I love it. I think it's a fun technique that you can add as many colors as you want, and then you can highlight the sky, the trees. I really like the lighter green on the trees. If you started off with Balmy Blue, you can totally use Balmy Blue. Any color as your background cardstock would work, because it would just give you that brightness. All right, so we're gonna just grab the lid to my Memento and then we're gonna bring in the rest of the card base here. So this is my front here. So that's gonna go on there. And I thought putting it on the basic black makes it pop even more. So that's why I chose basic black for my card base. This is just going to go on, but before I put that onto my card base, I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas on my banner. So you got this banner here. I'm going to use Night of Navy for my ink color. I've got my Merry Christmas from the Very Cute stamp set. This one up here. I love that font. We're going to use that one today. We're also going to stamp the bear. Now, if you've got your punch, we can't send you stamped images, but we can send you punched images, and then because it's a photopolymer stamp, you can stamp right over top. It's easy enough to do. So I'm going to just do the Merry Christmas first, and then we'll do the bear. So I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas with Night of Navy, and we're going to hover over this banner. I put it on my silicone mat so that I can see the difference between having the dark gray background. You can see the difference, and you can see exactly where you're stamping. So then I'm going to bring in Balmy Blue, and we're going to stamp that little tiny, there's two snowflakes in this set. There's a big one and there's a little one. So I've got the little one right here. I've got the little one here. So we're going to stamp that on the edges. We're just going to stamp right off the edge. And you could also use Night of Navy and stamp it off too if you want to give that nice blue look. Okay, there's my banner. I'm going to just now, I think I'm done with the Balmy Blue. Whoops, done with Night of Navy. And we're going to bring in the bear. So this is the bear stamp that coordinates with the punch. So let's bring in some Memento, and we're going to stamp our bear on there. Tap, tap, tap. We're going to just hover over that punched out white cardstock, and we're just going to make sure we got the bear lined up and then press down. There we go. Okay, so there's our bear. I'm going to bring in some real red, and we're going to give him a nice, bright, festive real red scarf. We're going to stamp that right over top, like so. We can line that up. And there, he has a gorgeous red scarf on. Okay, so that's going on to our card front. Let me just move my ink off to the side. And we're going to grab some dimensionals. This is going to go, he's going to go on with dimensionals. And so is my banner. So let's deal with one thing at a time here. We've got our inside. Okay, let's see. I can't remember what I did on the inside. Let's see. Oh yeah, I stamped the bear on the inside. I also did the tree again and warm wishes. So let's go ahead and do all the stamping, and then we'll do our assembly. So I'll put the bear off to the side. Let's bring in the middle of my card, the inside of my card. So we're going to stamp warm wishes. I've got that right here. We're going to stamp with Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. We'll stamp that in the middle. And then we're going to stamp that bear one more time. Can't get enough of that adorable bear. All right, so we'll stamp him with Memento. I'm going to stamp him down in the corner. And then I'm going to grab the tree outline first. Do the outline first, and then you can do your two-step stamping and color in the tree with Old Olive. So let's press that down firmly. There we go. And then we're going to grab Old Olive and stamp the inside of the tree. I got like so many ink pads on my desk. Oops. I think I got like so many of them. They're just stacked up, but you need all the colors, right? You need all the colors to just make a nice, bright, colorful card. And it's Northern Lights. You need more than one or two colors, right? Okay, here we go. Old Olive tree happening right there. Love it. Okay, so there we go. We got that done, and you can also, there's a cute little hat here. So let's do the hat. Let's do, what color should we stamp his hat? Let's do a balmy blue hat on his head. That you can dress up your bear. Not only can you stamp your bear and punch him out, you can also dress him up. So let's stamp our little hat right on top. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so give him a hat. There we go. So we're gonna put that on the inside of the card. Bring in my glue and get this flowing. All right. So that's going on the inside. So let's put this inside the card, nice and secure. You know, I don't know, maybe, have I ever made a black Christmas card? I don't know if I have, but this one just seemed to work with black just because of the northern lights and the dark sky, and I wanted it to pop. So there we go. All right, so there's the front. So we're just going to go ahead and add our ribbon. So what I did with the ribbon is I took the banner and flipped it over, and we're going to add a little tear and tape to the bottom. I'm going to add the ribbon to the bottom of the banner. So make sure I'm at the bottom. I'm just going to add a strip of tear and tape. Tear and tape is wonderful adhesive. It's definitely strong, and it's not messy for dealing with ribbon and stuff like that. So that's why I use it a lot when I'm dealing with ribbon. So I'm going to take the ribbon, and I've got the banner. I'm just going to line it up here, press down, and then I've got the ribbon on the bottom. So then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to trim the edge to go with the banner, just like that. Just trim it on an angle. There we go. Maybe a little bit more, kind of. And then this is the other beauty of using tear and tape. You can actually remove it to do your cutting, and then you can put it back into place. There we go. I wanted to get that angle on the tip of my banner like that. So now I can flip this over, and then I can bring in my dimensionals. I'm going to use 3 dimensionals on here. 1, 2, and 3. And then that can go onto my card. Oh, and while I had the dimensionals out, I should add them to my bear. I'm going to add 2 dimensionals for the bear. Pop him up. He's the star of the show, walking with the northern lights. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put the bear right down here in between the trees, and then we'll put the Merry Christmas flush with the edge over here, like so. And then I'm going to flip that over, and then I'm going to use my liquid glue to put this down onto the card front. All right. So there we have it. We're going to just bling this up with our sequins, our gold sequins, just to pull in that nice gold shininess from the banner. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, so we're going to grab the big, you should have 1 big one and 2 small, or you're going to have 2 big and 1 small. You should have 3 of these bling sequins. They already have the adhesive on the back, so you can go ahead and just pull them off and just add some nice sparkle to the background. So there's our technique card. I hope you guys like this one, and I hope you'll try it. You can use any kind of a landscape here. Just do your northern lights in the background, and then he's so cute. There we go. So when you join our technique club, you will also receive a sheet like this. This is what my girls received with the trees and the northern lights, and then the description down here. So once they give the card away, a lot of people have said to me, I love your technique club, but then I give the card away and I forget how to do it. This is the solution. You will get one of these every 2nd month. This is November, and then in December, the ladies will put their December ones on the back, and they will have a nice, entry for their technique binder. I'm so happy you like this one, Alexina. I love the Northern Lights technique. I was so excited to revisit it this month. Okay, all right, let's move on to our next card. I'm going to flip over my grid paper here because that black is kind of hard to look at, right? Let's use the clean side. Okay, our second card for our technique club is the one I'm going to show you using the Garden Meadow bundle. This is the card, and this is the die I mentioned at the beginning of the video. We're using that die, and we're using the gorgeous, very cute paper. Oh my gosh, that designer series paper If you haven't stocked up on it, they've announced the last chance list, and it's going to be leaving. And this piece here, I just cut a piece that fits behind, so it kind of looks like a picture frame. You're looking out at this winter scene. I just love, love, love this die. And the paper just, I felt like it worked so well together. And then we're just going to stamp Christmas is better together on the inside. So, but you can stamp whatever you want on the inside, but this is how my card looks. And again, we're using that bling from the Berry Christmas suite. Okay, so let's pull in our card base. So for this one, we have a balmy blue card base, and we're going to pull all of our pieces out here. I'm just going to see on my laptop over in the corner here if I can pull up YouTube and see your comments. I can't see them when I'm demonstrating, but perhaps I could see them if I go on to YouTube. Let me just log on here. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm just going to see if I can indeed see you guys. It's always better to, interact with you live. And I can see you. Oh, I've got to turn the volume down so we don't have that interference. All right, maybe wink a Stella on the lights to make them sparkle. Janet says, yes, yes. Let's try that. I want to bring that card back and see, because Janet left that comment. So let's bring in some wink of Stella and see if we can do that. We're just going to do a little bit of, oh, look at that. They're sparkling. Yes, wink of Stella. You can Stella everything, right, Christine? I don't know if Christine is here, but I know Christine loves wink of Stella. And you can just come in here. That is a fantastic suggestion, Janet. Thank you so much. We're doing wink of Stella on those Northern Lights. Look at that. Sparkle, sparkle. You can see it there, hopefully, in the screen. Love it, you guys. Thank you for the suggestion, Janet. Hello, hello, everyone. Hi, Penny. Good afternoon to you. Okay, so we're going to go on to the second card here now. And my goodness, look at my screen. Look at my desk. I got everything everywhere, but that's how it goes, right? When you're crafting, you just got to have everything out. Okay, so Balmy Blue, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. That's our card base. You've got a little bit of that iridescent ribbon. Love it. You've got some bling here. You've got a circle punch to do our greeting. I'm just going to make sure my bling is all secure. And then you have a piece of that gorgeous DSP with the scenery. So let's build the front first. So this is going to go on top like that. So I've given you a big enough piece so that it can go behind here. So what I would suggest doing, take your frame, flip it over, and then you can come in with your liquid glue and just add your glue to the inside ridge of your frame like that. And that'll help you to avoid having any excess glue oozing out everywhere. So I'm going to take my piece of DSP. I'm just going to lay that over the frame like so. Press it down. And then when I flip it over, there we have it. It's already done. And then you can add more glue to the back and put this right onto your card front. Like, how easy is that, right? I just love it. I feel like I want to use all of this DSP for this kind of a card. I want to make a whole bunch. It would be very, very easy to make this card, right? Because all you need is a greeting after this. Super easy. But I just wanted to show the versatility of all of our products, how they work so nicely together, you guys. It's amazing. Okay, so for the front, I did Warm Wishes in Night of Navy. So we're going to stamp Night of Navy in the center of our circle. Make sure I'm here. You can put that onto a piece of your silicone mat if you want, just to make sure you can see the edges and stamp your image or your greeting in the center. Then I'm going to grab Balmy Blue, and we're going to add a few more snowflakes just to bling this up a little bit. So I'm just going to come in here, and we're going to stamp off the edge and add some snow like that. Another one over here and another one there. And then you can also, bring in a sponge or your sponge dauber, and you can add a little more of that Balmy Blue to the edge of the circle and just brighten that up even more. All right, so there's our greeting for the front. Love it. And then we're going to take that iridescent ribbon, and mine's just folded in half because that's how it was sitting in the envelope. And we're just going to take that and we're going to put that to the back of this greeting like that. So the best way to secure that, I think, my favorite way is to use a little bit of tear and tape. And I'm just going to put that across my punch, pull off the backing, and then you can either hold it in your hand and arrange your ribbon the way you want it, or you can lay it down on your work surface. Again, the silicone mat is a great tool for that because it resists the glue, right? You can lay this down on your surface and then you can, you know, finagle, whatever the word is, to make that ribbon sit the way you want it to. So we can lift up on the ribbon and then you can get that. If you want to loop at the top, you could do it like that. And then once you have the ribbon the way you want it, then you can take your scissors and you can trim your ends. So I'm just going to trim my ends on an angle. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take that and I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back. And where did I put my dimensionals? They're here. Whew, what a hot mess. That's so much stuff everywhere. Okay, let's grab our dimensionals and I'm going to put 3 on the back of this circle just to make sure it's anchored down properly. And it's also serving as to hold down the ribbon as well as to anchor it on the front of the card. Okay, so we're going to just put this right here like so. There we go. And then the bling, we're going to bring the bling in, the little adhesive. These are balmy blue. I love these. They are so sparkly and so shiny. Grab these while you can, you guys. These are on the last chance list and you get a lot in a package. You get, I think it's like, oh my goodness. I gotta grab the catalog and share with you how many of these you get. You get a lot of these bling, and they have sold out a few times and come back, and you definitely want to watch that list. Okay, so they're on page 23. I'm just going to show you here. The adhesive back glitter sequence, 240 pieces. You get them in old olive, blue, and white. Okay, so you're going to have lots of bling that you can use all throughout the year. Okay, so for the inside of this card, let's grab our white piece here, and we're going to stamp. What did I do on the inside? I did, oh yes, Christmas is better together. So let's stamp the tree in the corner down here. Got to have the trees. It's all about the trees at Christmas, right? So memento, we're going to just grab our memento and we're going to do our stamped tree right there. And then I'm going to grab my old olive ink. All right, we've got old olive and we're going to do the center of the tree again. This would look fantastic on the front of your envelope as well, the front corner or the back flap. A lot of my ladies in my clubs like to do the back flap of their envelope. That works. I mean, stamp everything, right? That's my motto. Just stamp everything. Okay, so real red, we're going to stamp Christmas is better together, because indeed it is. And I love, love, love this saying. Christmas is better together. And then I thought, okay, if I'm saying Christmas is better together, what else can I pull in from this stamp set? And then there's this, we have 3 bears. There's the one that goes with the punch, and then there's these 2 over here. Aren't they adorable? I thought I would pull those in too. So let's grab those and get them on a block. All right, so we got the little bear. And then the bigger bear, will it fit? Yeah, it fits. Okay, so we're going to stamp those using memento. And let's see if we can. We'll put this guy here like that. Ooh, and then this one, will it fit? Will it fit? We'll make it fit. Ooh, he might be touching the tree, but that's okay. There. Okay. Oh, they actually look like they're kissing. Aw, that's so cute. Okay, we're gonna go with it. It's not perfect. His foot's there on the tree, but you know what? That's real life, right? Real life crafting. Okay, so when you're at home and you're doing this one, you could actually do this, like go from here and work your way over. I don't think I left enough room there for my tree, but it's okay. I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna just get our glue and we're gonna put this down on the inside of the card. All right, and then we've got 2 cards done, you guys. How fast was that? Amazing. These cards come together quickly, and they can be duplicated quickly too. You have the PDF. If you're in my club, it will be in the files section of our Facebook page, and Christine also emails it out to, I think, or maybe maybe Christine has a Facebook group as well, but you will get the PDF as part of the club, as part of with your kit. So you're going to be able to get all the measurements, and you're going to be able to recreate these cards, as many of them as you want. Let's move on. We still got one more card left. We're going to move on to our fun fold. We have a fun fold this month, and I love, love, love this one. Here it is here. It's kind of a mixture of a book bind as well as an easel card. I love it. It's a side easel, and it opens like this, and then this big bear is wedged on a dimensional, so it will keep your easel card standing. So you can put that on a mantle and it will stay standing. And then when you open it like this, you can still sign your card, and it has the 3 bears. Isn't that super cute? I just love this card. So in your card kit, you're going to have a card that is real red. Gotta use the real red for Christmas, right? So let's grab our real red card base and then pull all of our pieces out here. All right, so you've got some of that beautiful ribbon. This ribbon is the real red with gold polka dots from the online exclusives. Now you've got a piece, we're going to cut that in half in a second. And then you've got these pieces here. Now these are from the Christmas Classics. Now this morning when I was going through the last chance list, I noticed these are leaving. They're retiring, but they're also on sale, you guys. So don't hesitate. Go grab these. These are so amazing. Well, I'm just looking to see your comments here, but I can't. I seem to. Okay. All right. If you've left me a message and I've missed it, I apologize, but I will come back. Okay. So about the Christmas Classics dies. They are leaving. That's the bad news. The good news is I think these are on sale. I'm pretty sure they're on sale. I'm going to flip to the page and tell you how much they are so that you can head over right now and grab them. Page 31. Okay, let's go over to page 31. Page 31, yes, they are 10% off. You can get the dies. They're regular $51 in Canada. They're on sale for $45.90. So I'm pretty sure they're 10% off in the US as well. So grab those dies. These dies can be used with all kinds of different Christmas stamps, right? Because you're going to be able to, I'll hold it close here. You're going to be able to cut out all kinds of different, these dies here, like, and you can stamp across these larger dies, right? So they're great layering dies, really, really awesome Christmas products to have in your collection. So you have one here that I've cut out of Mossy Meadow. We're going to use that frame. Now, if you've got little pieces in there, you can just like gently tap your die cut, or you can use your take your pick tool to just help those last little bits pop out. All right. So there's this die. I really love this frame. And I'm a scrapbooker, and I definitely will be using this one in my scrapbooking and using that as a frame. And then you can use the matching die that cuts out this one to make a layer over top. So you could actually use that over your photos and cut out your photos, right? You can crop your photos with these dies to make some really fun layouts. Okay, so in your package, you're gonna have your card base. Let's start there. Your card base has a center spine, and then there's another little score line right here. So you're going to add glue, add your adhesive to the spine. So we're making a book bind, and this is how you do that. You add your glue, and then you close up like so, and you can just hold that down, let that glue set up. I'm just going to use my bone folder here and reinforce that score line, and it's helping to press that glue and make sure that sticks. So then you're going to have in your package, you've got a piece of designer series paper, and you've got 3 pieces actually. You're going to have one that's a square, so make sure you put it together to make the picture. So we just cut squares, and then we cut them on the diagonal. So these are going to go like so, like this, and then you've got a spine piece as well that matches. If you want to flip it over for something different, that would work too. You could do that. You could totally flip it over and use that. I'm going to keep mine all the same, just because I like that balmy blue background. So let's flip all of our pieces over and get the glue on. And we'll put this down. Now, if you like the plaid, you could put the plaid pointing out. It's totally up to you. It's your card. but this is an easy way to use your DSP and to show off the beautiful scenery of this awesome, awesome DSP pack. I think I'm going to add a couple more of these to my order as well. I'm convincing myself that I need more. So then just take your two triangles and put them together in midair like this, and then you can decide, or you can determine which one goes where. So this is my bottom triangle. It's going to go like that. And then my top triangle is going to go up here on the top of this piece. Now this piece has a score line in the middle, so I'm just going to gently fold that, and I'm just going to lay it down on my work surface and grab my bone folder and like reinforce that diagonal score line, because that's where it's going to stand up. Now I notice I got a little bit hanging off here, so let's add a little bit of glue there so that stays down. I'll hold that in place for a second. So there's the front of the card. How easy is that, right? It's a book bind, but it's also an easel. So let's fold that open, and the inside piece is the white piece right here. The square piece is going to go right here, and we're going to do our stamping on the inside first. So let's grab our Merry Christmas. Okay, mine's on my desk here somewhere. Okay, here we go. We've got Merry Christmas, and we need to clean that up. And I don't know where my chamois is. I'm just going to grab a baby wipe and clean the Night of Navy ink off of that. Had class last night at Boston Pizza, you guys. You should have seen my hands. Oh, I'm starting already today. I had to scrub my hands. Like, if you were there last night, you know how much ink I had on my hands. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so we're going to just stamp the Merry Christmas. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to use real red. Let's bring in the real red. Move my bling. Okay, so Merry Christmas is going to, I haven't glued this down because I always say stamp first, glue later, right? Because you could make a mistake and then you can still flip your cardstock over if you make a mistake. So there's the Merry Christmas. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my bear, and I don't think this one, I think the inside is up to you what you want to do. I don't think we gave you, unless mine is still in my envelope, did we give another punch out piece? Do you guys who are in the club, do you have, I can't find my envelope now, but if you don't have a second punch out piece of the bear, it's okay. You can still stamp your bear on the flat piece, on the flat down here in the corner. But I'm just checking my envelopes to see if maybe I've missed one of the bears. Nope. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp on the inside, and we're going to stamp the little guy first. See how the little guy is trotting off, and then it's the mom and the dad following him. So let's grab the little guy, and we'll stamp that guy first with Memento. I need all the inks. I need blue, I need red, I need balmy blue, I need red, and the Memento. So let's do the little guy, the little baby bear. Put the baby bear right in the corner, right there. Love it. Okay, so then we're gonna grab the Papa Bear. Well, these bears are the same. They're the bears that coordinate with the punch. So we're gonna stamp the first one right beside the bear. See that? It's like he's like right behind him. So we're gonna stamp him right behind. Beauty of photopolymer is you can stamp exactly where you want to, right? Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna stamp an additional bear on my scrap paper, and we're gonna punch that one out. Now the dad bear, the Papa Bear, if you will, we're gonna give him a blue hat, a balmy blue toque, right there. And then the Mama Bear, we're gonna give her a red scarf. And we're just gonna stamp that right over top like that. And then we can bring in the punch, and we're gonna pop this one out. Just line up your punch in here. I like to line up the 4 little legs. Make sure they're all in there. And you can just hover over your punch until you get it the way you want it, and then you can pop it out. There we go. Love it. Okay, so then to make this as an anchor so that your easel card stays up and it doesn't fall flat on your mantle, grab your dimensionals and put a couple on the back of this piece so that it pops up, okay? So we're gonna do that. Grab a couple of dimensionals. Now, if you didn't get a polar bear, you could use a fussy cut polar bear if you have the stamp set. So to make these cards, you are going to need the stamp set to make them like Christine and I have made them. So you want to definitely, I can't imagine why you wouldn't get the punch, right? It is so beautiful. So there's my inside. So the mama bear is popped up, and then we can go ahead and flip this over, add our glue to the edges. And this is the inside of the card. Let's bring in my card base, and we'll put that right on the inside. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. Oh, Christine, hello, hello. I just see your message on my computer screen here. Yes, I read out the card names, the roll call. No worries about that at all. I know life gets busy. I read out the names from last month, but I can go ahead absolutely and read them out again. Yep, no problem at all. Janet says I'll be making quite a few of these for all occasions. Oh, I'm so happy you like this one, Janet. Thank you so much for your comments. Okay, so there's the inside. And now the front, we're going to use this beautiful mossy meadow frame. And we're going to use the white here. So we're going to stamp this here with the Christmas is better together. And like, honestly, the Stampin' Up! Designers, like they do such a great job. Like, did they measure the stamp set to make sure that it fits on the square? Because they sure did. Like, it fits so perfectly, you guys. And if you can't see white on white like me, or if you can and you just want some little bit of assistance, grab your silicone mat and lay your white piece down on top. I find it helps me so much to visually to be able to line this up, and then I'll just hover over the cardstock, and then when I'm happy with the placement, I'll press it down. And there we go. We've got our real red Christmas is together, better together. And red sometimes takes a few seconds to dry. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to add my glue to this background, just a light bit of glue. And then we're going to add that over top. Actually, I need to back it up a bit because I forgot about my ribbon. Let's put the ribbon in. Okay, so the ribbon is going to go nestled in between. So you want to take this ribbon, and you would have, I think it's 7 inches of ribbon, if I remember correctly. And we're going to cut it in half. Let me just make sure. 6.5. So just kind of fold it in half. And then, oh, my poor fingers are so filthy. Okay, so we're just going to snip this like that. And then you want to take your ribbon. Now, the reason I chose to do this with the ribbon is because it's double-sided, but I want the gold polka dots to stick out. So if you want the red polka dots to stick out, you can flip it over, but I wanted the gold. So I'm just going to come in here and add my ribbon like so. And you can also cut your ribbon on an angle if you prefer. I'm just going to leave mine flat for now, and then maybe once I get this part anchored on top, I will go in and trim it. But I love the little bit of pop of red ribbon in the background. So let's take this piece, and we're going to add 4 dimensionals to it to make sure it stays up, popped up nicely. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put this on top. Did you guys know that this ribbon is also part of the online exclusives? Like, don't forget about the online store, you guys. There are so many things over there that I even forget about because it's like, it's not in a catalog, right? And we're so used to like flipping through the catalog, but Stampin' Up! Is adding more and more things to the online store, and you definitely don't want to miss out. So go grab some of this ribbon. It goes so nicely with this very cute bundle and the paper. I love it. For Christmas, the gold is just so fabulous. And then we're just going to come in here and we're going to just add a little bit more of an angle on this side. Actually, like the same kind of, which angle should I go at? Sometimes you can just like overthink your card making, right? But don't overthink it. It's handmade. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do like these to be the same angle. Okay, so there we go. We've trimmed the ribbon. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I think this one's my favorite. I don't know. I mean, I love the Northern Lights too, so it's a real hard call. Okay, so one important tip. When you put this together, This has to sit square in the center of this card, but we don't want to glue it down square, because otherwise if you glue it down and then you're going to do the opening up, you don't want to have glue back here. Okay, so you don't want to have glue on this top portion. And if you're like me and you are worried to make a mistake of where to put the glue, just take this and flip it over, grab a pencil. I'm just going to take it and flip it over so I know that my glue has to be down in this area. I'm just going to make a mark, and then I'm actually going to double check, because you know what, it doesn't hurt to double check. I'm just laying it back down, and I'm just going to take a peek. Yep, that's exactly where I want the glue. Now I can just flip it over and bring in my glue and put my glue on that lower half of my die cut, and I know that I'm going to be golden. It's going to be good. I'm going to have glue in the right spot. Okay, so then I can come in and I can just lay this on top, square it up like that, and press that down, give it a chance to dry a little bit. And then there we have it, my friends. It will be in the right spot, and it will not be glued shut by accidentally putting glue up at the top there. So you've got some clear gems here. So in this class, we've used all of the ones from the Very Cute collection, and these are such great gems, and I love that they're flat. I love that they're not going to add any bulk to your projects, right? They're flat, and I don't know why I'm not using my take your pick tool. I usually use that for everything. So let's just come in here and grab this one, and let's put that one over here. Oops. Let's put it over here on the blue, or maybe we'll put it, I'm going to put it on the tree. There you go. And with all that bling, you can, when you purchase a package of that bling, you're going to be able to get so much. You can add lots and lots of bling. So there we go. There's our fun fold. It's a bookbind easel card. Easy peasy, but has nice impact. I think that would look so cute on anyone's mantle, and it would definitely bring interest. People will walk over and be like, what is that card with the bear and the tree, the greenery? So pretty. All right, so let's bring back all the cards and we'll do a little recap here. So this was the first card for today, the Northern Lights card, featuring the Very Cute stamp set and the punch. There's the inside. Then we played with some balmy blue cardstock and our Night of Navy, and then again that gorgeous designer series paper. Grab some more of it. It is so stunning. You can just make a beautiful frame using the new dies from the Garden Meadow, the Garden Meadow dies. You can make frames, and you can do so much with these dies, you guys. That's our second card, and then finally we have our easel, our bookbind easel card. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I had a blast creating these. I think all were the same except Helen Chase was added. Okay, great. Okay, so shout out to Helen. Thank you so much, Christine. I did the roll call at the beginning of the video, so hopefully that's okay. And we're going to add Helen Chase to that list. Welcome, Helen, to the Technique Club. I hope to see you all back again next month for our Technique Club for December. It's going to be a fun class. We're going to be featuring, I'm going to share with you the bundle that we will be featuring next month. This one here, Light the Sky, which is continuing. So you can get this one and make some beautiful New Year's cards. But it's continuing, but you're going to want to get it before this catalog ends because you can get it 10% off, right? The amazing dies. Look at these. Oh my goodness. And it's not just New Year's, you guys. You do have a New Year's stamp, but we've got birthday. Let's celebrate, or whatever it is you're celebrating. Congratulations on your big day. I really think that this is a bundle that's been overlooked a little bit in the mini catalog because it has such great potential, right? It's a celebratory bundle, which, you know, I think it's going to be a great one for your collection. We're going to play with this next month. So you can go ahead and grab that before it's, I was going to say sold out, but it's 10% off. Get it 10% off now and you'll be ready for Technique Club in December. We're going to be doing a technique next month where we're going to be we're going to be doing colored embossing. Okay, so I'll explain that at the class next month. I can't wait to share these ones with you. So I hope you have a great day. Let me just flip you back around here and let's see if I can do this. Thank you all so much, everyone, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Northern Lights technique. The lighting in my room is kind of strange here today. And there's like lighting on my door there. It's kind of strange looking, isn't it? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this technique and reach out to myself or Christine. I have a few kits. I think I have 3 kits left if you want to join the club and you're in Canada. And Christine, did you have kits left? I don't know if you did, but I'm pretty sure you probably have a handful left. So reach out to Christine over at Christine's Cards by Christine, and she'll get you all set up, and then you can be in this class with us. You're most welcome, Alexina. Thank you for joining live. Yep, Christine has 1 left, you guys, 1 kit left. So grab that kit if you're from the US. And thank you, Janet, for everything. Thank you for joining and all your comments and your suggestions for the Wink of Stella. I mean, Stella, everything, right? That Wink of Stella really does add a nice bit of sparkle to the Northern Lights. All right. I want to say thank you again for joining me. And Faylene says she loves the Technique Club. Oh, well, thank you, Faylene. I'm so happy to hear that. I love this club. I have been running this one for years and years in my business, and I just keep on going. People like, haven't you learned all the techniques? And I keep saying, no, there's more. There's more techniques. There's always more techniques. And Stampin' Up! Keeps us going with new products, right? So it's always an ongoing thing that we're learning, and that's always fun, right? Learning is always fun. Okay, so take care, everyone. I will see you next month on this class, and take care. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a line, or Christine. We will find the answers and get back to you. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.